Hey everyone, welcome to another Pioneer video here on Magic Arena. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So today I'm doing something a little bit differently and doing something a little bit different rather. And that is revisiting an archetype that I used in a video about a week ago, which is the Sultai Beans list. Partly because we only got one match in because it was quite a long one, and also I felt at the time that the deck wasn't quite optimized, was thinking of ways it could be improved, and then had some very helpful comments from other people as well, so thank you for all of those. So I have played around with the list, and yeah, we are back with similar, but I would hope probably slightly more powered up version of this deck. I'll put the link to the first video in the description so you can kind of compare how this deck has changed. But just to run through some of the changes, obviously the idea of kind of combining up the Beanstalk with Rakshasa's Bargain, which is a kind of 6 mana but cast for 3 mana spell for some card advantage, is kind of still there. But I've changed around some of the removal, kind of put some more threats in, so we've now got 4 copies of Overlord of the Baelmerk, which not only triggers up the Beanstalk when you cast it for its impending cost, but also eventually turns into a 5/5 that can not only fill up the graveyard, but act as a way of closing out the game. Tolarian Terror and Storming Entity are still here, obviously big creatures which you theoretically have a mana value of 5 or more, but you cast for less. And then we got 1 copy of Tassica as an additional delve spell alongside our 2 murderous cuts as well. I've taken out the Treasure Cruise. I felt that Bargain plus Beanstalk was probably sufficient card advantage, and fiddled around with the removal. I've moved Abrupt Decay to the sideboard, just because we did struggle to deal with some of the more powerful kind of scalp single creature decks, like I say some, we only played 1, but like we couldn't really effectively get rid of a Niv Mizzet when it was sitting there on the board by itself, so Shieldred's Edict can do that. Obviously deals with Planeswalkers as well. So yeah, put that in the main deck, moved Abrupt Decay to the sideboard. These kind of things down the bottom end of the curve stay the same, and yeah, just hopefully streamlined it a little, changed the mana base slightly as a result. It wasn't a huge amount of difference because it's still a kind of blue-black deck with a kind of green splash. But yeah, that's changed a bit as well. And then in the sideboard, Cling to Dust is still our graveyard hate of choice. We want to really preserve our graveyard as much as possible while just taking out individual problematic cards from the opponent's graveyard. Disdainful Stroke, Back to Nature, Mystical Dispute were all in the original sideboard. Obviously, I've moved the Abrupt Decays in as well for dealing with things like Sakori Steelcutter, things like that, and then Path of Peril as mass removal as well. Slightly better, I think, than Cry of the Carnarium. Just hits more things more reliably, particularly with those decks which are going wide with big tokens. So yeah, that is our slightly souped up and amended Beans list. So hopefully we'll get time for at least a couple of matches with this. It does have a kind of control-y element to it, so it's not surprising that the matches last a little bit longer. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Let's take this deck onto the ladder. Okay, this unfortunately is not a keepable hand. Neither is this. This one will have to do. I'll put back 2 lands and hope that Beanstalk can get it done for us. Typical. Okay. Just playing more Niv To Light. That was the only deck we played against in the first video as well. Land? No land. Yeah, I'm fine with them kind of aggressively taking out my Beanstalks because I've got more Land? No land. Yeah, pillage the bog is fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's fine. So let's look in their hands. Okay, so they got nothing particularly interesting here. I'll take their Drown in the Lock. Then at least I could potentially Stubborn Denial if they say go and find a Bring to Light. Presumably this will fetch an island, yeah. Okay, well. Would be nice. Perfect. Now chuckles evilly. So I think Thoughtseize away their Lightning Helix. Play Storming Entity, draw a card. Set up our next couple of draws, which I think... I definitely want the land first, and then maybe we'll think about the Stubborn Denial after we've had a chance to bargain. Okay, top-decked Niv Mizzet Reborn is pretty good. So yeah, I think we're going to have to bargain here. Okay, Murderous Cut's good, and then maybe another land. Because we can cut the Niv Mizzet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw. Attack for 5. So they will have an answer for my Stormwing, but I have killed their Niv at least. They didn't want a Maelstrom Pulse. Okay, well that's pretty good. So it's Overlord of the Balemerc. Tassica, great stuff. Then we'll play Tassica. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Triome into play, and we still have Stubborn Denial if they try and do anything too interesting. Yeah, Yorion's fine. They can bounce their Leyline Binding, but doing that gives me cards, so probably won't. Nope. I'll Stubborn Denial that. Yep, like Storming Entity number 2. It's a little weak into Maelstrom Pulse, obviously, but I think you kind of go with it at this point. I just pass the turn. Well, let's activate Tassiga. You know, I'm kind of the one with inevitability here. Well, not if they draw a leyline binding, but... Yep, we've been out top decked, I'm afraid. The Niv Mizzet and then all of this removal. Yep, no, poor top decks there. The opponent had good ones. Okay, so we want Mystical Dispute, we want Back to Nature, Disdainful Stroke. Fatal Push is obviously very weak here. Edict is fine. Murderous Cut is okay. Overlord, I think we'll lose a couple of those. And run it back. No land. Some land. Yeah, I think I'm going to put back Murderous Cut here, to be honest. Well, we'll start with Sylvan Caryatid. It's kind of the prompt card. This is an interesting choice now. Do I want to do this now? No, I think I'll potentially wait for a third land. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait again, but I think it's fine to wait. Bring to Light, Assassin's Trophy, Maelstrom Pulse. I think I'll take the Maelstrom Pulse. It's the best removal spell they've got there. Yeah, I think I kind of want both of these. What order do I want them in? Probably Hall first. Do I stop and deny that? Yes, I think I do. Okay, Beanstalk's good. Da-da-dum. Okay, we're going to get Bring to Lighted, Bring to Lit. And drawing a card as well. That's a pretty neat little 1-2. Are they going to get Tybalt? No, Niv Mizzet, fine. Well, I've got an answer to Niv Mizzet, the creature. Obviously, I don't have an answer for all the cards they're drawing right now, but... Secondary details. 4 cards, that's pretty good Niv Mizzet hit in this day and age. Yeah, they pretty effectively drowned me in card advantage here, but we'll make them sack the Niv Mizzet. If I didn't think they weren't about to get rid of my graveyard, well, I suppose they might. They might not. Might have other more pressing matters. I mean, if what they do this turn is just Ashiok, that's pretty good. No? Okay, Vanishing Verse. So we got some... And a Leyline Binding. Okay, well that's a problem. Okay, this still seems a pretty tough matchup for this deck, even with the modifications. You know, it's... we just can't compete with their card advantage. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yep, this seems fine. Okay, so the opponent's on a Boggles deck of some description. Skrelv. Shieldred's Edict's actually pretty good against Boggles decks. So that's good. We'll get Overlord down. Pick up Tassigo, which is actually pretty neat. Do need a bit more land, though. Okay, I didn't play the creature, which is interesting. And I can't really do anything else, so let's just get Tassiger into play. See what they're waiting for is Stormchaser Drake immediately into something else, which makes sense. Gives them a card that way. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm going to chill. I've got a Stubborn Denial if I need it. Light Pause, huh? Okay. And that's a more pressing problem, I think, now. So let's take out Light Pause with a Fatal Push. Stubborn and the Shard Mage's Rescue. I think we can just Edict, make them sack that. Now hopefully they are running out of creatures. No, another Stormchaser Drake is pretty good. A Murderous Cut is fine, so let's bargain, grab land, and probably another the Storming Entity, I think, here. Then we'll cut their Storm Chaser Drake. 2, 3, 4, leave in a couple of instants and sorceries. Now we got lethal in one turn. They've got light paws. Okay, well they're not going out easily. Get on one off that. What else? Imperial armor, sure thing. Okay, that's a big light pause. And a Skrelv, okay. Well, thanks for playing, Thoughtseize, but you're a little too late. Yeah, Virgin Beanstalk is absolutely fine. Yeah, one more. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, no, fair enough. Yeah, they had just enough to carry them over the edge there. So I definitely want Back to Nature, Abrupt Decay, and Path of Peril in this match. Less fussed about Stubborn Denial. Edict is pretty good. Fatal Push is... Is Fatal Push any good? I don't think it is. Let's take that out. Okay, this will do. I'll put back one land here because we've got Beans and Overlords. Okay, that's cool. So get Overlord down. Shame, that's quite a good set of cards we got rid of there. It's fine, we've got Path of Peril soon. Yep, this is a good turn to be doing that. So we'll play Path of Peril. Just chill for a turn. And another light pause. Okay. Well, let's take a sneaky peek in their hand. Yeah, take the Storm Chaser Drake here. That's their card advantage engine. Yeah, I think that's fine to then just Beanstalk again. No blocks. I thought about it. Changed my mind. Let's have another look at my hand. So yeah, what I'm really looking for here is like Edict. What's this got? Flying Hexproof and First Strike. Yeah, that makes it pretty difficult to deal with. Let's have another look with Consider. Okay, Murderous Cut actually is an answer in a minute. So let's put a stop on their upkeep. Attack for 5. Murderous Cut. It does come back, but you know, at least we get rid of all of the enchantments on it for now. Okay, and back to nature. It's not bad. Okay, there's Edict for the future as well. So that's just a case of whether they draw some more auras. Okay, Leyline of Sanctity isn't going to do much for them here. They could Griff Spoon it. Oh, Edicts. Get rid of light Pause again. Just chill for a turn. Got more than enough damage to present lethal here. Okay. Cool. Okay. Game 3. How are we going to play this? So I think Fatal Push does go back in on the play. Murderous Cut comes out. I think probably Tolarian Terror comes out as well. Yeah, this will do. It's not amazing. But the Abrupt Decays, I think, are going to do a lot of work for us. That's fine. They're down to 4 cards. Yeah, that's got Hexproof from black. And I've now got all of my Abrupt Decays. Okay, well, this is going to be fun, isn't it? We really even want to cast this, but... Yeah, okay, well, getting rid of Shelter by Ghosts is good. I think I'm just going to have to start targeting the enchantments. Let's take out the... They can just come back, can't they? Well, we'll take out the Griff Spoon for now. Skrelv, sure thing. Well, I can at least get Skrelv, even though I'm doing nothing but drawing lands. Okay, well, this is a bit of a scuff game. Just ridiculous top decks. Get rid of it again, just because it's quite mana intensive to bring it back. Okay. Apparently my deck is just Thoughtseize and Abrupt Decay. There's nothing else in it. Well, that was fun. What a ridiculous game 3. Okay, we'll try this one more time. Yeah, the order of these lands is going to be a bit awkward, I think, but I think all is correct, and then Overgrown Tomb. Keep Bargain. Play Beanstalk. It's the opponent's on Azorius control. Don't think should be a terrible matchup for this deck. He said, I mean, famous last words. Okay, do I want to get Overlord down here or Stormwing? I think getting Overlord down is probably better at this point in the game. As soon as they tap out, I can bargain. Two can play that game. Edict and Tasigur, I think, are fine. Yep. Ooh, Tellurian Terror, huh? Interesting. Okay, well... Let's start with Tasigur. How am I going to do this in a way that leaves in... So I need to... Yeah, this is quite an interesting challenge, actually. Yes, okay, well... Just take 3 out. Actually, I didn't want to do it like that, just because I obviously want to take out the Overlord, but leave in... Yeah, so we'll do it like that. Then I think play Tillarian Terror. I think we just chill with a Stubborn Denial. Obviously Verdict is a problem here, but if they try and say Sunfall or something, that's much less of an issue. With Verdict, at least we do have this Overlord coming online. Yeah, okay. Now I think we can Thoughtseize. No, we'll take one Teferi and let them have the other. Storming Entity 2 to the bottom. Storming Entity number 2. Okay, these are both good, so let's keep them on top in that order. Play a land, that's a Stubborn Denial. So this seems to be going reasonably well. Okay, yes, you can have a stock up. Thoughtseize again. I'm saying no more lies. I think 10 damage is fine here. Our Overlord comes online. Then they basically need a board wipe. Which they may find. Let's see what they do with these. I mean, they've got a lot of cards. 2 to the bottom. Okay, that's a good sign. Stubborn Denial to Fairy. Yeah, okay, good. So, control. Well, mystical dispute and disdainful stroke in. Fatal push, I think, out. I think that's pretty obvious. Well, cling to dust for something like memory deluge. Probably not. I think that's fine. Yeah, so being on the play, just having all that card advantage helped a lot there. They could never really keep up. Stubborn Denial was a good card. How do I feel about this? I think because it's got Consider, I will keep it. Okay, I think I'm doing an immediate search here to avoid a counterspell. Yep. Rest in Peace is annoying, but it's not fatal, I don't think. Obviously makes Tasiga much worse. but I still have a lot of stuff I can cast. Don't really mind losing Beanstalk number 2. I'll just Stateful Stroke the Wandering Emperor, I think. They might have Teferi. No, just Yorion. Okay, just Yorion I can definitely live with. Start with a Consider. Follow it up with a Stormwing Entity. Yeah, I definitely want Mystical Dispute. It might be a little late, but if I keep up Edict here, at least I have a potential answer if they just jam Yorion. Which looks like they might. Nothing, eh? Okay, well that's good. Well, I'm not going to do anything if you're not. I'm a patient man. Still nothing. In which case, I shall Rakshas's Bargain instead. Just draw lots of cards. Yeah, that's fine. I still get the card off the Beanstalk. And another one. That is fun. You know what? I'm a generous man. Overlord, Edict. I don't think Solarian Terror is very good here, unfortunately. I can't have got my library 35. Okay, that's not terrible, but I am going to need to be a little careful with how this is playing out. Because with Rest in Peace and Play, this is just a 5/5 that mills cards. Oh, do it. Love it. And now it is dead. Yeah, let's just hardcast Tasiga. Draw a card. Ooh, God, the auto tapper absolutely fucked me there, didn't it? With the not holding up Mystical Dispute. Oh well, in which case I'll... So they will be able to get Yorion down if they want to. No, okay. Not punished there, fortunately, by the auto-tapper being an arsehole. Yeah. Let's see what's on top. Just a land. Okay, I'll pass the turn then. Because this one's still impending. they want to make a fish or something. Okay, just a treasure token, sure thing. Okay, I think I will stubborn denial that. Good, good. Okay, let's cycle this Zagos Triome. Love land. Would I've had lethal with Hall there? I suppose I might have done. Probably not worth trying, just in case they have removal, because it pretty much entirely tapped me out. I should have thought about that for a bit longer, maybe, but I think it's fine. Like, I think we just win from here. Because they can't activate Anchorage. I've got enough removal. I've got Mystical Dispute for any removal they might have. I think we're fine. Yep. Okay, that was an interesting one. That seemed to go pretty well. Yeah, I did think that would be a decent matchup for it. Yeah, anti-control. Not so great against Niv To Light. Kind of mid against mid-range. Yeah. It's still not quite there, I think. I think that's what I'd say about this deck. It's not... There's still something. I just don't know whether the concept is maybe just a little too slow for Pioneer these days. I don't know. Interesting. Definitely better than the first iteration of the deck. I think it's more threat-heavy. It's got more ways to win. Yeah, so it's definitely an improvement. I think there's still work to do on it. And maybe the concept isn't quite competitive enough, but I mean, I like the interactions, and Beans is always a very good card. Interesting. Well, here's the deck list one more time, so let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. As ever, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.